Hey Didier, tell me, we've been talking about generative AI for the past 2 years, but what can we expect next? What topics should we keep an eye on for AI in 2025?
Hi, Mick. So yes, what's going to happen in 2025 is AgenticAI.
Can you give me a concrete example of what an agent in AI would do?
Imagine you're an AI that can't predict your sales and manage your inventory. Well, the AI will have a specialized agent for placing orders to replenish your inventory and avoid stockouts. So of course, a human will still need to validate everything in the end because we're never safe from an error, but it's going to save a huge amount of time.
But with that, AI will ultimately shift from generation to action. I feel like soon I'm going to have an AI that will solve my number one life problem, managing my schedule, with scheduling appointments, being able to automatically book a train ticket, and sending the right invitations to everyone. Well, we won't say more.
Hey, hi Julian. What's exactly your hot topic in AI for 2025?
This is multimodal generative AI.
What is multimodal?
Instead of just communicating with text, like prompts with a chatbot or a smart assistant, we're going to use voice and sounds as if it were a person, naturally, taking into account the user's entire environment.
Oh yeah, so I'll be able to talk to an AI like when I call my mom on WhatsApp on the weekend to show her the kids, right?
Almost. It's mainly that it's going to bring a lot more for users, a lot more interactions, a lot more experiences, more human, more natural, and more emotional.
I think in a few years we'll be able to toss our keyboards and mice. It's going to be awesome.
Hey O'Reilly, there are all these companies that are rolling out AI super quickly, but can't that cause some little problems regarding the environmental footprint?
There is a major issue, especially regarding the commitments made to achieve net zero carbon by 2030 or 2040, and that is related to the CSRD.
The environmental footprint of AI is that important?
Yes, we expect to double the number of data centers in the next 4 years globally, and it will also have an impact on water that could also be doubled.
This is a pressing issue that cannot be ignored, especially in the context of global efforts to combat climate change. So what can companies do about it?
We monitor AIs, we create frugal AIs, and there are plenty of other little tips that we can give you to help manage the environmental footprint of AIs.
Wow. Okay.
Hi Karine, tell me, if you had a topic that companies should focus on in AI for 2025, what would it be?
Hi, Mick. Oh, well, yes, there is one, and it's especially the AI Act.
But why? Should we care about it starting in 2025?
Starting in 2025, we begin with the ban on certain AIs that had already been notified by the European Commission, and that's everything that will be discriminatory. Next, we will discuss a topic you know well, which is the regulation of everything related to generative AI, so to both providers and users.
Kind of brings back the major periods of compliance around the GDPR.
Exactly. So the AI Act actually ensures that fundamental rights are respected. And just a little anecdote, South Korea has just released its AI Act. So Europe was the first. We're not isolated and we are being closely followed. So that's pretty nice, right?
Well, it's definitely an essential topic. Hi Kevin, I'm working on the 7 hot topics in AI for businesses for 2025. What would that be? Your hot topic for 2025?
I have a big topic on my mind right now that's really important to me. That's what we call shadow AI. Does that ring a bell for you?
Go ahead, what is it?
In short, shadow AI is the uncontrolled adoption of AI models or generative AI by employees in the workplace.
And that's going to cause problems.
It's going to cause big problems because these are employees who will bypass their organization's security policies because they think the AIs they have at home are more effective. Imagine the risks.
Yeah, I can imagine the security risks, compliance risks, all the issues with incorrect results that could be misused. On the other hand, is this really a widespread issue or is it still somewhat limited to small companies?
No, it's a real issue. Overall, Forrester estimated that about 60% of employees will use their own AI as part of their daily work.
Wow. Okay, you've convinced me. This is really a hot topic. Hey, hi, Marine.
Hi.
One topic that seems essential to me. It's the trusted AI, but I find it so corny. How can we make this topic concrete?
So, we can look at it from the perspective of infrastructure. We can consider the choice of LLMs. And we can think about how we need to structure ourselves to do this within a framework of trust.
What will it be? The challenge in choosing infrastructure for trustworthy AI, it's the first question organizations will ask.
In fact, infrastructure is really the starting point of this whole trustworthy AI story. It's about where my data is. How are they operated? By whom? And am I compliant with the entire regulatory ecosystem that has been established? And of course, obviously, with the Cloud Act.
Okay, you convinced me. We have a big topic. Hi,
Hi, Paul. Hi. Tell me, I'm just taking a few seconds because I'm meeting more and more companies that don't want to dive into specific use cases in AI because they feel like it's going to cost them a lot. Isn't there a way to cut down the bill a bit?
They have the option to use SLMs,
What is an SLM?
small language models that you can tailor for the specific cases of your business and that consume much less energy.
Ah, yes. Okay, so rather than always using the big guns of the large language models that we all use, like ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., which have trillions of parameters, you say for a specific use case, we take a smaller model and then we adapt it to what we want to do with it. Is that it?
You have to understand that just increasing the number of parameters doesn't mean the models will perform better, or even that they might do things that are completely off the mark, that there's a higher risk of hallucinations. It would be able to do a lot more things, but not necessarily better. And we can also ask the question, does your accounting AI really need to know the recipe for clafoutis?
Ah, yeah, just like it doesn't need to talk 40 other languages.
Exactly.